Hello, everybody. Welcome to Vlogmas Day. Are we on 20? Is it 21? Anyway, I was going to do a cooking video where I showed you how I did these Spritz cookies with the spritzer, the cookie press. But I had so many problems, not the least of which being, and I'm going to show you guys this. Can you see how these cookies look? See how one side is more done than the other? This means that my oven does not heat evenly. So that was one of the problems I had. I also had some problems with the cookie press. And I'm wondering, since I got that cookie press at Goodwill, if the reason it was returned to Goodwill was somebody else got tired of dealing with it and they had the same issues that I had. So that may be the reason that it was at Goodwill, because it's Pampered Chef and they're normally a really reliable, really good company. So it was a little surprising to me that it was in there. But also, people throw all kinds of stuff out. So, or I shouldn't say throw it out. They donate it to Goodwill. So I thought that's what happens. Anyway, so I am going to show you the gift basket I'm making for my neighbors. And you can see some of it here. This is all stuff I got on sale. If you saw my thrift haul video, you remember this tray. I'm not going to take it apart again because this stuff's all taped. But, yeah, here's the, all right, hold on. Yeah, here we go. Oh, let me tell you something about low-income living. I live in low-income housing. For some unknown reason, the company that owns these buildings, and it's one company, they get federal subsidies. They make literally the smallest kitchens I've ever had. And I've had some very small kitchens, including in the house that I owned in Philadelphia. The kitchen was very small. It's so impossible to move around in these kitchens, and it kills me. But we won't talk about that. All right. So here's the basket that I got for, well, it's really like a wicker tray for, I think it was $3.99 at Goodwill. These are for the dog. Our dogs play together. That's why I'm giving a gift to these neighbors. These are some coffees that are in Norman Rockwell vintage tins, and they're like hazelnut and eggnog and stuff. A thing of Russell Stovers, which I got on sale at Walgreens. They were buy one, get one free, and then there was a coupon for them, and it worked out to be a really great deal. And then I made some cookies. Here are the cookies. These are the ones that turned out okay. This is the top of the cookie thing, the cookie tin. And then this is, I love this. This is my reject bag. All the cookies that aren't good enough for the neighbors, I put it in a reject bag, and then I give those to my family. Isn't that nice? I'm so sweet that way, aren't I? Anyway, so let me just finish this off, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do next. So I just have a couple more cookies to put in here. And we are done. All right, so I just have a dozen cookies for them. They're all kinds of mixed cookies. They're the Spritz cookies and then just some basic sugar cookies that I did. And I'm going to I need to get some tape. Hold on. And I'm just going to tape this tin to the bottom here. I just have this paper in here for filler. And then I have these. I already used one. You get these at Dollar Tree, by the way, guys. And I'm going to open this thing up. Sorry, I just realized that's off camera. Just going to put it into this bag. Like I said, you can get these at the Dollar Tree. And they are the gift bag. And you can do filler paper and stuff, but I don't really like to do that. You can also, once you're done getting whatever you're putting into your gift bag together, you can take a hairdryer and you can warm this up and it will shrink wrap to your stuff. which is fine. It gives it a more professional look. To tell you the truth, I'm not really worried about it. They're the neighbors. You know, we don't normally exchange gifts. I just thought it'd be a nice thing to do since their dog plays with my dog. I do always take the corners, though, and tape them down. Let's see, I'll show you what I'm talking about. The bags have these corners here. I take the corner, I put it under, just take some basic Scotch tape, and then I just tape that down so that it's not sticking out. And I'm going to add a bow to this. Unfortunately, I'm out of bows, so I need to add a bow to this. And I'm going to get them carved, which I haven't gotten yet. And that is pretty much the gift bag. And that, like I said, I'm giving that to my neighbor. So I'm going to show you one thing that I did, though. Well, let me show you two things. Oh, my sink looks horrible. This thing here, if you make cookies or you just like to bake in general, get yourself one of these. It's called a Silpat. Now, this one I have is the one that was made in France. It's very old. It cost me a lot of money. I think I got this back in the 90s. But it keeps your cookies from burning, and I'll show you what I mean. Even though my oven was uneven, if you look at the bottom of these cookies, now they just came out of the oven, they're not burnt. See how beautiful they are? No burning. Even though the edge, well, that one, see, got a little bit too hot because this oven, my oven is too hot. When you live in low-income housing, everything is the cheapest version of whatever they can get. And I didn't realize, you know, for years I heard these things said about people that live in projects and low-income housing, how they destroy everything. And that's not true. There are so many things in this apartment that I have had to fix myself because they never came to fix them. Or the item was so inexpensive when the company built the houses that it just immediately broke, including my stove, which my stove is only a year old, and yet it still doesn't regulate the heat correctly, which is kind of ridiculous for a year-old stove. So that's my piece, guys. I just want to come on here and show you this nice little gift bag that I'm making for my neighbors. I might actually take a hairdryer to this. It'll make it look nicer. And I'm going to add a bow, and I'm going to add a card, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.